Hello, welcome back to Science After Hours Live. And as usual, we'll start with are the green bars moving up and down? And it certainly looks like the answer is yes, which suggests to me that everything is working fine, and we should all be pleased about that. And yeah, there we go. I'm checking that sort of mental pause there was the. Here we go. See, it must be working because people are saying things. Now, it's been a while since I have played any Pokemon at all. In fact, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XII over the Christmas break and into now. So you could argue that is a JRPG of some description, and thus one's expertise may follow on into Pokemon. But if you remember from the previous Pokemon streams, I was abysmal, utterly abysmal at this, and I presume that will continue. So luckily, Darren, you're here in the chat. You are good at Pokemon, and I am not. So we can, like a good scientist, I should collaborate. I will collaborate with your Pokemon knowledge. I've got a pen here to write things down, because another good scientist skill is to observe, learn, right? And I remember there's all sorts of things going on, so I'm going to learn and observe, and thus hopefully be a better Pokemon trainer. That's me there, because I like orange, and if I could have any hair colour I wanted, it would be white hair, like Magneto from the X-Men, or less than popular English TV presenter Philip Schofield. Is the other person I think of with white hair, disgraced for doing things he shouldn't. Now, if I remember from before, we were here to beat the gym leader of whatever this town is called, and I remember that the gym leader sort of looked like Jeff Bridges from The Big Lebowski, and also that there was like desert winds or something inside this gym, Pokemon gym. So, if I remember correctly, someone around here might give me some knowledge as to how to get rid of said dust. And I'm going to hope that it's just one of these people. So far, unsuccessful. He seems like a knowledgeable chap. He likes a village. Oh, sorry, it's not it's a dense fog. Makes harder for attacks to land, right? So I did remember correctly. So I need something with keen eye or infiltrator, and its attacks will land no problem. Right. Well, I need to go to Route 2 to get any of those things, and hope for the best. Is that Syndrome from The Incredibles down there? He doesn't have a name, but he is a kooky. He's giving us information that the gym leader is kooky. Well, hopefully that will. Not sure how advantageous that will be. Now, I can't remember if I have a map. I think it might be in here, in the magic cube. I just need to remember what all the key bindings are, because town map. Here we go. Route 2 is here. I don't know what that green dot means. Oh, it's the Icicle Cave. Right, okay, we need to go rightwards on said map to reach Route 2. Which must be this way. Or not. Good start. Finding our way to Route 2. This way. Is this Route 2? Yeah, I'm not playing on Expert, so I wouldn't worry about that. And I'm certainly not playing on Insane. Route 2. Here we go. Right. Looking for some sort of Pokemon which I don't know what they look like. You. Oh. You have the thing with keen eye. I don't know if Pokemon trainers can steal other people's Pokemon. Is that allowed? I'm going to presume the answer is no. But Why? Otherwise, why would it tell me that you have it? Right, now we need to learn the colours again. I think if I remember correctly, green good, red bad, yellow in between. So I'll just go with grey. But then if grey is normal, which you would argue is in between good and bad, maybe it's like red bad, yellow bad, but less so. I'll just go with that. That mouse thing, Azurill, that's a Pokemon I recognise. So far so good. That wasn't very good. I'm going to test out my theory. Leech Life. Time for a first note. Yellow. Yellow, not very effective. See, we're learning already. Just go with that. Grey. Oh. It doesn't really seem to be going my way, this first fight. I'll just go with that. At least that did something last time. Well, so let's see, what have I got? So that's the Pokemon I started with, Gibble. I do remember this. 16, 12 and 12. I'll start at the ones at a lower level. Grind them up a bit in case they become important in the gym fight later. See, that's bold. What does bold mean? Icy Wind will have to do. Oh, it was a critical hit. It's a bold means good. I shall. We only have an N of 1 though, to be fair. That could just be luck. We got rid of that Azurill, so that's something. No, we seem to be going all right with this Virginite, this rock Pokemon. Right, is it possible to just steal other people's Pokemon? No, it is not. Don't be a thief. Well, that's fair enough. But lesson learned. No, can't steal Pokemon. I shall probably write that down. But I feel like that's maybe a note that is not required. Right, we've got green. Green must be super effective. If I can get that far. Right, green. Super effective. So one might argue that bold is in between. I'll just do that again. Maybe she'll give me her Pokemon at the end, her Picky Peck. That's what we need to beat the gym leader. Well, it's fainted now. I don't want some ill Pokemon. Well, that's good. I mean, that's... I didn't know that Pokemon hatch from eggs, to be fair. I will admit I've also... no, we'll stick with this guy. I've never seen a Pokemon be born. So what about Pokemon that are eggs? I mean, I'm not up to date on the anime. I remember Misty, she had a Pokemon that was an egg, right? An egg, literal egg Pokemon, right? So does that hatch to become other Pokemon? Or do some eggs hatch into eggs? This is, this is the important conversation that people come here for. This little pea guy, so you're telling me this pea thing came out of an egg. I presume that the plant-based Pokemon came out from, like, plant seeds. That's quite lucky. 1 out of 39 health there. And they grew, but then there are also trees. And trees aren't Pokemon. Sphere leveled up, so that's good. Eggs from eggs. Monomonotramemes. Right, so the egg Pokemon don't. So what about bird Pokemon? I understand. Birds come from eggs on planet Earth. So she didn't give me her bird Pokemon. So why did she? She just wanted me to know. So at least now I know what one of them looks like. It's a bird. Well, this better be one. It is not. Brilliant. So do Pokemon breed? I know there are Pokemon breeders, right? But do they, are Pokemon amorous with one another physically? That suggests. I know some of these Pokemon say male and female. What's that one called? Nidoran or whatever has got different physical abilities depending on the gender. So that would suggest that there must be, relations between the Pokemon. But then they all lay eggs. That's what I'm learning here. All Pokemon are egg layers. Which I'm not sure what I... Because some of them are clearly mammals and fish. I mean, fish come from eggs. But are they all like eggs with a shell? Or is it more like fish eggs, like caviar, for example? It's heavily implied that Pokemon are amorous with one another. Okay, well, that's good to know. So, Pokemon, they're amorous with one another, and then the females lay eggs. Right. This better be the... No, there's another one of these. Brilliant. Right, little white eggs with green blotches. I think this is... I don't know, I question the... They can make any type. Right. What about... Are there... Well, I guess this seal here is an example, I suppose, in that it's a water liver, but it's now here on the land and seems to be doing just fine. But then... So, if you've got a Gyarados or whatever, right, that's a big fish creature. But then all the Pokemon gyms and whatnot are on the land. Now, I remember from the Kanto the Kanto era cartoon anime that Misty's gym has a swimming pool in it. She's a water gym leader, right? So she's got the starfish and whatnot. But can you use water Pokemon on the land? Because here's my seal here. Like if I had a Gyarados right now, and I'm like, hey, go, or a Goldeen or something, Magikarp, do they function on the land? Or are all water Pokemon actually more, frog-like? Are they amphibians? And where on earth is this bird? You. Oh, we're a team. They just kind of float in the air. Right. They battle and pick... Oh, I don't want to fight them. I feel like that's 2 against 1. Is a bit unfair. By Youngster Chad and Picnicker Kelsey. Lovely. Sometimes the land Pokemon get a little floaty in the sea. Right. So... do they still breathe? Do they still breathe, the water Pokemon on the land? Like a Goldeen or whatever? Or is there very limited battle time? In that, oh, well, that's bold, I presume. Like a rubber ring situation. Okay. See, that makes a lot of sense. I'll try and get rid of one. And then the other. That makes a lot of sense for land Pokemon on the sea. But the water guys just kind of get on with it. Right, so that suggests that they do just hold their breath for a significant period of time. Which, good for them. So if anything, you want really to be a water Pokemon because you can spend time on the land as well. Oh, we got rid of that one. We'll say good music. I don't know if this is the original music of Pokemon Fire Red. Pokemon Unbound being a ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red. If it is, good. If it's not, also good. Good for the composer of this. Oh, right, of course. Oh, it's super effective, so you can have that. Or really, you want to be a bird Pokemon, I suppose. Because then you can just sort of fish the water Pokemon out of the water, like seagulls do, and other predatory seabirds. You can go on the land and go everywhere. You're an air Pokemon of some description. Which is probably why Charizard, everyone likes Charizard so much. Maybe not as a Pokemon game player, but like, is Charizard, after Pikachu of course, is Charizard the most popular Pokemon? I'm glad my Pokemon are leveling up and whatnot, but I do just kind of want to get on with beating the gym leader. I can't beat the gym leader until I get that bird Pokemon that girl had. Oh, that's super effective, so we'll just go with that. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Right, back to Route 2. Great. We're also a team that loses together. Well, that's very good, isn't it? Very mature. As long as I don't lose, as long as I lose with Chad, the outcome doesn't matter. I remember there was that black and blue Charizard. From a while back. What on earth is this? Where's this bird Pokemon that I require? I mean, this is good grinding, I suppose. I can just go to the Pokemon gym, the hospital, and get all my health back. But it's also a lot of time wasting. Great. Another one down. Everyone got some XP. Hooray. Oh. Well, how do I... See, if I go up there, that guy's going to ask for a battle. Which is, time wasting. But if I just... Ooh, there's a yellow Pokeball over there. Oh my lord above. Where on earth is this bird? And it's just started to rain here in Dundee. So if you hear rain sounds, that's what that is. C3PO is here. illuminating my face and keeping me company. C3PO, you speak 6 million languages or whatever it is. Do you know where this bird Pokemon is? No, what a surprise. Very quiet, C3PO. Great, that guy leveled up. That's it. But where is this bird? Here we go. Right, now I need to remember how to catch Pokemon. Lower its health, chuck ball, get. So if I don't want to kill it. I'll do this. I don't think that should. Please, fingers crossed that it is substantial. Oh, well, you're dead, so. I don't want to use you because you probably will kill it. Send this guy out. I do find it odd that when you level up your Pokemon, they don't get their health back. I think that's usually a JRPG or any RPG staple, really. Admittedly, in Final Fantasy XII, when you level up, you also don't get your health back. So maybe that's where this is coming from. Right. Pokeball. Use. Fingers crossed, everybody, that this is done now. Success. But I imagine it's going to be, what is it? It's only level 10. It may look spindly, but its neck muscles are heavy duty. It can peck at a tree 16 times per second. Wow. No. Do people nickname their Pokemon? I think I wondered this last time. Oh, there's Pokeball down there. I can regain the lost one I just used. Lovely. Can I... It's a rugged rock, but Pokemon may be able to smash it. Right, but how do I use my Pokemon out and about? Can I just sort of... You. Who looks like they might be able to break a rock? Yeah, there's not just like use now in the street. Oh, but there we go. It can't be used until a new badge is obtained. Okay, but at least we've learned how to smash rocks. We just have to wait. Oh, well, what I will do whilst I'm there is set this bird to be my main Pokemon. Can I give it... Usually after characters, whichever book I'm reading at the time. Okay, that's fair, I think. Just, I don't know. Ash Ketchum and whatever. This is basically how I am basing the entirety of my Pokemon knowledge on. In the... Where did I get to? Because I found a link. It was called like Pokerflix or something, where you could watch all the Pokemon anime. And I think I got midway through the Orange Islands, but no further. This was as an adult. I don't know how much Pokemon which Pokemon series I watched. Do I not have... How do I... Potions. I've only got one. No, I don't want you to hold it. I want you to use it. Item. Why on earth would I want... Is it not possible to... Okay. But most people tend to call just don't bother naming their Pokemon. I can't remember Gary. Does he name his Pokemon? No, I don't want. I thought I selected. Wonderful, super effective. I'm glad that they. Like Ash's Pikachu is called Pikachu, right? No, he's not called. I think it's for the marketing. Well, that is true. It's kind of like Transformers. You know, that was a show designed to sell toys. Right, bird versus bird is probably not the best matchup because I am equally as weak to this bird as. Well, good start. Still not entirely sure what bold means. Well, that was good. Right, let's try and make our way back to the town. How do people get anywhere? What if you're not a Pokemon trainer? I presume, you know, most children become a Pokemon trainer, but what if you don't want to be a Pokemon trainer? You know, Nurse Joy, or whatever, the many Nurse Joys, I presume she took a career in veterinary medicine and not Pokemon training. So how is she possibly walking around getting into a battle every 5 seconds? It's like, oh, sorry, sir, I was late for work because I had to fight 6 green electric mice rodent things every 5 seconds. Right, this was the Pokemon hospital. Hello, Nurse Joy. Yes. I mean, I do appreciate that this is free. Will do. Right. Let's see what I did wrong. Ah, there we go. So this is the order that they are summoned in, I would guess. Well, then I'll put you last because you're the strongest one I have. Do they have the NHS in Pokemon? You know, what if it's the human beings that get ill? You know, there are all these doctors and scientists knocking around for Pokemon, but I don't remember, you know, if Ash got whooping cough or whatever, pertussis, from his journeys out in the wilderness. Who's treating that? Nurse Joy? Anyway, let's see if we are slightly better off dealing with this guy. If I remember, he's down here at the bottom. Hello. Do your Pokemon want to sniff on some Oddish leaves? They're really good for the soul. Sure, why not? It's feeling tougher. Okay, well that was good. Although, do I now not get the badge for drugging up my Pokemon? Right, here we go. The fog is deep. Now I do like this track. Its aura flared to life. Its special defense rose. Let's start with you, Gloom. Big fan. Big fan of this track. Oh, great, you're asleep now. At least that doesn't hurt. Ooh, that's not... level 21 and level 20. I don't think this bird is long for this world. But maybe I can... Ooh. Even the super effective was minimal. But we have made some progress. I presume Keen Eye. I wonder if it's bold when there's a move matching the Pokemon's type. You get the same type attack bonus. Normal flying. Right, so if a water Pokemon, a water-based attack is fighting a water Pokemon, you get a bonus for that. I would have thought that would be a detriment. It would be good if there was someone... okay, we're getting there. We are chipping away. Oh, Gloom is now down to yellow. I mean, it's moderately fortunate that this grassy terrain thing does... Oh, I see. The move is the same. Oh dear, Sphere fainted. And now you're asleep, I guess. Right, well, Gloom seems vulnerable to ice-based attack. So the other ice-based guy I have is this. I feel like I can at least get rid of one. Things might be a bit better. Not very effective, but such a low level. It might as well have been. And you're back to sleep. Right, here we go. It's now if I can out damage the healing abilities of that. Oh well, at least these attacks do seem to hurt both of them. But that is a note I will make. Pokemon type plus attack type equals bonus. Brackets bold. I'm an avid pen in the mouth kind of guy, but if I have a pen in my mouth I can't speak, and that kind of defeats the purpose of this, doesn't it? I just sit here chewing on the end of a pen. The first is clearly, you know, the first sort of difficulty spike, I suppose, in that, you know, don't keep going if you can't get past this. Oh. Okay, we're back to yellow, but then it's going to use the grass healing thing. And probably go back up to green. Yeah. Oh, but I do also get some health back. I don't know, this one's got the most health. The teddy bear guy. Oh, its aura fled to life. And its special defense rose. Wish I knew why. Are there some Pokemon that are like resistant to sleep? Is there a way that you can get your Pokemon to buff? Are there buffers? Okay, well that time the heal occurred, but it's still yellow. So we are doing somewhat more damage than the healing is giving back. Oh, Fairy Wind, that was a new one. Oh dear. Maybe Pokemon is not for me. You know, it's like when you're playing, let's say, Final Fantasy 12, right? You've got your damage dealers, then you've got your healers and whatnot. I'll save Gibble for the end. But they're not all guaranteed to have it. Right, so some are naturally resistant to such things. Let's hope if I knew what these did. Yeah, because we've got two Pokemon there. It would make a lot of sense if one was like a healer Pokemon to heal the other one. Or buff the other one in some way, you know, improve their defensive stats. I'm sure this is thrilling viewing for you, Darren, watching the world's arguably worst Pokemon player try and defeat the first gym leader. I also forgot my water, which is great. The fog is deep. Can I not use Zubat's wings to blow the fog away? Right. Let's try something different. Swift. Oh well, now my Zubat's asleep, so... And now you're probably dead, because that killed... Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Now Razor Leaf will definitely kill me. Yeah. Well, it's not very effective on my level 14 Zubat. 7 levels below the opponent here. I can certainly now see why it took Ash a long time to get his first badge. Because I don't think I'll be getting my first badge at any rate. So when we inevitably lose this, get ready for a couple of hours of just grinding. And I also don't know why sometimes my Pokemon get a buff. That seemed to do something, so we'll go with that again. Oh, great, sleep powder. Trapped in a sandstorm. If I remember correctly, that does sort of mild damage over time. Still enjoying this music though, so that's something. Fire. I don't think I haven't. Do I have fire Pokemon? I can't remember. Fire Fang. Well, there we go. Oh. See, you're an expert. You're the Pokemon trainer's trainer. And we'll just go with that again because that seems to hurt both of them. We defeated one. Whoa, that was intense, says what's his face from The Big Lebowski. Great, we leveled up. We don't get our health back. That'd be too good. Gibble can't learn more than 4. Do I want to make room for Bite? I don't know. Oh. Right, well, let's see. What have we got? Bite is a dark. We don't have a dark. But that would mean we'd have to get rid of... What does that do? That damages all types except rock, ground and steel. Oh, I see. Well, this does 60 damage and is 100% accurate. Well... I presume I have no idea what that symbol means. But I will swap it for that, I guess. Gibble forgot Sandstorm, but it learned Bite. Well, I think Gibble needs to go back to Nurse Joy for dementia. Right. What happens now? Is there going to be another one? Yes. Weedle. That's a Pokemon I've heard of. I feel like I need to get rid of this guy. Maybe I don't. How is he keeping this fog? Is there a fog machine in the Pokemon gym? Ah, Metal Claw is good against you. Okay, well that's good. Oh, I should have been doing this all along. Or maybe Gibble will be able to defeat all the Pokemon And I should have just started there and saved everyone considerable time. At least Gibble does get, you know, slowly chipping away at his health. Right, Metal Claw, absolutely. Life Leech is not very effective, but I think maybe something is better than nothing, right? To get some health back. I think Zubat is going to die now, yes. It's not very effective, but was effective enough. I'm also not entirely sure when it's my go. Like I could do with... I realise I've talked about Final Fantasy a fair bit here. But Final Fantasy X, for example, has got a little bar thing that lets you know when it's your go next. Does it go round clockwise? Right, come on, Gibble. You were there at the beginning. Admittedly, you are also the only Pokemon that is the appropriate level for this fight. It's up to you. Here we go. Ooh. Well, I need to make sure I get rid... Right. Is he not going to come back in and say something? No, but the music has changed. Faster Pokemon go sooner. See, that's another reason why such a bar would be beneficial. Oh, come on. Don't do that move which is super effective against me. Please, just... the fanfare has started. It'd be really sad if I lost now. Come on, Gibble. Oh, it's gone. It's over. I've, you know, got the Platinum Trophy in Elden Ring. And I've played Nioh and Bloodborne and Dark Souls and whatnot. And yet somehow I feel greater reward from beating this guy than doing that. What a load of money. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa, man. Take this fine badge as a proof of your victory. The Leaf Badge. Is that because he's supposed to be a, you know... The Leaf Badge makes all your Pokemon up to level 30 obey all your fine commands. Well, they do that already, don't they? Put the TM86 in the TM... What on earth is this? Grass snares and trips the foe. Does more damage to heavier foes. So that's kind of like a... The Popo's here to get us again. Is this a legit Pokemon gym? He's wanted for selling zinc far below the market value. Well, this place does not seem... You know, that's the rule of capitalism. If you have something and you want to sell it for less than the market value, good on you. That should not be a crime. So I will not be helping the authorities here. Well, I'm glad I'm not going to prison. Can I go in there now? I will miss this music though. Goodbye. Oh God, you got taken by a bird. I like we need to get over there. But first, let's heal up all my Pokemon again. Thank you. Goodbye. Now, where was that? Where did that... She lived down here, did she? Okay. But how do I get down there? Also, what happened to that woman that got kidnapped? I'm supposed to do what? Well, there was a woman captured by a bird. Did you see it? Hello? You? No, I don't know what a gem is. Okay, good to know. I don't think I have any Pokemon with Incinerate. But what happened to that woman that was kidnapped by a bird? Did no one see? Okay. Oh. Yes. Oh. I mean, I did have a choice. He didn't tie me up. Pieces of a Pokemon. Pieces of a Pokemon? Zygarde is a Pokemon from Kalos that appears when the ecosystem is in danger. But why is it appearing in pieces? Like what? Oh, there's a like Exodia. Are we talking like Exodia from original Yu-Gi-Oh here? The cells and cores? I mean, I'm always willing to help a fellow researcher. Will I be on the paper when this paper is published? That's what I need to know. And I'd like to be at least second author. That litter both the west and the east. Once I've collected at least 10%, please come see my wife. It's called the Powerhouse of the Cell. That is a very enjoyable name for a mission. But what am I supposed to do now? What about these folks? Okay, well I can't go that way. You both say exactly the same thing. That's nice. I think there was a section here. Okay, well I've got one badge. But I cannot remember. Oh, that's a rather garish looking thing. Don't like the look of that. Kind of hurts my eyes. Town map, berry pouch, TM case. What does that mean? Oh, I see. So I can put these. If I wanted, Gribble could learn Hone Claws. Is that what that says? H-O-N-E. It doesn't seem that great. There was an area, I'm sure, that informed me what I was supposed to be doing. But it wasn't here. It just tells me I've completed one mission. Talk to Professor Log's friend in Dresco Town. This is Dresco Town, if I remember correctly. That's Route 3, so we don't want to be there. Dresco Town. Talk to Professor Log's friend, who is... what? Is that you? Oh no, you're telling me about the special Pokeball, which I can't get to because I don't know how to get down there. So I don't need your help. You in the shop? I don't want to buy or sell anything. Okay, well, I have one. A long, durable rope. You use it to escape instantly from a cave or a dungeon. Prevents weak wild Pokemon from appearing for 100 steps. God, I want flipping loads of those. 5 for now. And hopefully... No, I don't want to buy anything. Sorry. Will do. Talk to Professor Log's friend in Dresco Town. Maybe he'll be in here. What if it's this guy, Syndrome? No. Are you Professor Log's friend? Also, no. What about you? No. Anyone up here? Well, that's not going to be helpful to me then. Who is Professor Log's friend? Just go in every house, because no one cares about safety, and all the doors wide open. Hello. Oh yes, you're these folks. What about your wife? At least 10% of the sales. Right, so you're not ever any use to me right this very second. Let's break into your house. You. Are you Professor Log's friend? No, I don't have an ice-type Sandshrew, and I don't have a Ducklet. Oh, but I know where one is. It's not that I don't want to, I just don't have one. Don't be mean. But you're also not very useful to me. You're the one that just wants to tell me about the bug Pokemon in west of Dresco Town. Yep. Sorry. But who lives here? You. You look like you might be friends. Ah, here we go. You are the right person. Am I versed in Borrian history? Well, no. There was that cutscene at the beginning. Ah, let's sit down and watch the TV. Yes, it is the same as the opening cutscene, but it's good to remember what on earth is going on. There was the Borrius region was engulfed by a great war with the Kalos region. It was a brutal war which lasted many years. During that time, Kalos managed to seize the upper hand. If I remember correctly, they made some sort of... Yes, this sort of pink thing. To kill off all the other Pokemon. See, now this is the thing. It says here that men and Pokemon were conscripted to fight, which suggests that there must be human doctors as well. The king became a bringer of destruction that ended the war. That big flower thing there. Kind of like a superstar, I suppose. Then there was a coup. And the legendary Pokemon were used. The Articuno, the Ice Bird, Zapdos, the Electric Bird, and Moltres, the Fire Bird. The Pokemon that shaped the universe, a prison was created for the Dark Force, sealing its power away. Yes, that was all very bad. Yes, expert now. But it was said that the 3 legendary Pokemon you sealed away brought back together at the ruins of Void. The power can be released once again. This must be what those thugs you encountered were after. Oh yeah, there were people that looked like guys from Assassin's Creed that were after up to no good. They must want to engulf Borrius in shadows once again. Their next target will be... What's wrong, Jax? Just guys in black heading in the direction of Cinder Volcano. They're going after Moltres the Firebird. Go away, Jax. You go after Frozen Heights and get Professor Log. Well, that was quick. The police are going. Well. So you want me to go and watch a kid go fight the guys from Assassin's Creed? I don't know where he went. Or how to get to Cinder Volcano. There's a theory that the protagonist in Red and Blue lost his father in a poker war, hence only the mother. Most of the male characters are kids or elderly, plus Lieutenant Surge. Well, maybe that also suggests that there are no human medical staff. If all these men died, and thus everyone became fatherless and husbandless and whatnot, perhaps some of these Nurse Joys should retrain into human nurses. Now, one of these had a map in it. Town map. How do we get to Cinder Volcano? That's Frozen Heights. Is this Cinder? That's Crystal Peak. What on here looks like a volcano? Underground Pass, Frozen Forest, Valley Cave. That's the Pokemon League, but it does look like a volcano. Oh, there! That's clearly a volcano. So I need to go... I presume the roads that are grey are roads I can use. So I need to go this way. I need to go left out of here to find this volcano. Oh, but you won't let me pass because there's a new road there. But there is a way here. Well, there's a Pokeball down there. A spray type medicine that awakens a sleeping Pokemon. Good to know after I've just spent all that time with Pokemon that are asleep. Let's go into the Grim Woods. What a good name for a place. Oh, God. Just wait there in the trees to fight young kids. Oh, I suppose you're also a kid. Bug catcher Doug. Oh. It's not very effective, but my attack will be. Super effective. Excellent. Take that, Doug. The fact that the Nurse Joy, you know, the Pokemon Center, great, good job. Sphere leveled up again. No, I'm fine with the one I have now. Do you think that makes people less careful with their Pokemon? You know, I can just get my Pokemon. This probably seems a good time to start leveling up the weaker ones. So I'll do that. Because Gibble really was the star of the show. So I need all of them to be of Gibble level. Or above, I suppose. Super effective, but quite weak. So that's also a benefit. And stuff all leveled up, so progress. Oh no, I don't want to change Pokemon. Stick with what I have until they die. Faint, sorry, they don't die. Oh, a critical hit. Right, so things I've learnt today. There was once a Pokemon war, possibly, that killed all the men, and that's why most of the children are fatherless and most of the women are husbandless, should they orientate themselves that way, of course. Which I guess would make sense. In that intro, there was this big war, but we've also learned that there are seemingly no medical professionals for humans. Suck on that, Bug catcher Doug. Yeah, that was lively. Thanks for the money. I feel like we should probably agree on how much money we give each other before the battle starts. Hello, old woman. Ghosts haunt these woods. Oh my god, is she okay? Duskull. I was expecting, I don't know, Ghastly or, oh my goodness me. Or Haunter or Gengar, my favourite of the ghost Pokemon. Though I kind of want one of these. I'll do one more water gun, see if I can catch it. It hurt itself? How's that even possible? Water gun comes out of its mouth. The water would have to curve up or round to this curve in some direction. It hurt itself in the confusion. Great. How do I know when the confusion wears off? Well, it doesn't matter because Phil's dead. Sorry, fainted again. Let's go back to you. Do Pokemon get a choice as to whether they are enlisted? Or it's sort of like, well, my trainer is a soldier and therefore I will be used in... I'm going to use tackle because I don't want to kill it. Oh, it had no effect. Well, I'm just going to try my best to chuck a Pokeball at it. Oh, Oh, yes, of course, there's a trainer. The old woman. Sorry, old woman. Pumpkaboo. No. You seem to be quite effective against... Oh, it's like a... Are the white bits the eyes, or are the yellow bits the eyes and the white bits teeth? I think... I think maybe the white bits are teeth. Which is very cute. Or a cute little guy. Brutal Swing was quite good against the last guy, so... I kind of want some of these ghost Pokemon. Oh dear. Well, the next weakest is you. Lots of things are weak to these ice Pokemon around here. Probably not in the icy mountains that we'll probably get to much later, but we're also heading towards a volcano, which suggests that getting water Pokemon and ice-type Pokemon, strong as they possibly can be, is probably the way to go. Hooray. When do they turn... When do Pokemon evolve? Oh. We'll look at least. What does Protect do? Enables the user to evade all attacks. Well, I'll swap it for that one. They're basically the same, but one seems better. I'd rather evade all attacks than... I defeated Medium Patricia. Thanks for the money. Can't tell, is that an egg or a rock over there? What have we got here? Oh, it's my chance to get one of these. Not a big fan of the background that happens when Zubat has become confused. Well, all that happened last time was that you kept attacking yourself, so I will take you back, put you out. Yes, Bergmite is naturally immune to... Well, this Bergmite at least. Naturally immune. Right, let's try and catch one of these and see where we go from there. Oh. Yeah. Trick or treat. I don't know what the key binding for L is on this keyboard. Although A went straight to that. Oh. Almost had it, but... So why can't you use Pokeballs more than once? Give this Shadow Spin to get its health down a tiny bit. I'm invested... Oh dear. Right, we've got 2 Pokeball left. I'm now quite invested in catching this little guy. Huzzah! Pumpkaboo was caught. Wing attack, but you can't learn more than 4 moves. Well, let's have a look and see what we can replace. It does 60 damage. Star-shaped rays that never miss. To be honest, a lot of things seem resistant to leech life, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'll keep the supersonic because confused seems like quite a good thing. If you can confuse a Pokemon that is quite strong. It's sent to carry wandering spirits to the place where they belong so they can move on. So that suggests that there's some sort of Pokemon heaven. Wing attack will be good against bugs, grass and fighting type. Well, supposedly Pumpkaboo was transferred to someone's PC. Someone who? Have I named somebody someone? Or a somewhat different ball that works especially well on water and bug type Pokemon. The net ball. Who's someone? Do you know who someone is? Due to the grim nature. Can I have that? No. There's a PC in the corner. Is there? Ooh. You meet the PC creator at some point in the game and it changes to X's PC. Well, that's good to know. Hey, let me up. To the right of Nurse Joy's counter at the Pokemon Center. But going back to the Pokemon Center means walking past more of this grass. Oh wait, I have that thing I can use. Stop having to fight every rando Pokemon I come across. Prevents weak Pokemon. Use. Great. Let's go. Is this the way out? No. And that thing's worn off. I think I've missed the way out. Luckily, Zubat, you know, the Pokemon that started this whole streaming series, based on that Zubat video I made, go back and watch it if you haven't, because it was good. I quite enjoyed making that one. You know, at least Zubat is getting stronger. I kind of miss him when he becomes an ugly Golbat. Right, I think Nurse Joy was this way. There we go. The repellent's effect wore off. Would you like to use another one? No, not right now. It'd be a waste. There are no Pokemon in the city. Get out of my way. In the city centre. That's the gym. Don't want to go there. Right. Well, I will. Yes, you can heal up. Thank you. Is that the computer there? That strange blue orb? Yes, yes it is. Which PC should be acted? Oh, I see. Here we go. Withdraw Pokemon. Oh, look at them all. How many Pokemon go in the box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 30 Pokemon in each box. So I want to come with you. Your party's full. Yeah, but just take me to a menu that says, would you like to withdraw? Right, deposit Pokemon. Who do I want to get rid of? See, Zubat seems to be doing pretty well as of late. Gible is the strongest Pokemon I have, so you can stay. I'm getting rid of you because I only really got you because that's what the... Oh, I can release you. Nah. Get in the box. If you use move Pokemon, you can withdraw and deposit on the same screen. See, this is important information that I wish I knew. Anyway, I will learn it from now on. See ya. It is a bit strange that I can just log in to random people's... Is anyone sending me letters? No. Bit odd that I can just log in to people's... Would you like to have your Pokédex rated? Oh, I would love to. 39 Pokemon seen and 6 Pokemon owned. Oh, I was hoping it'd be like good, bad. Oh. Right, goodbye. Oh, wait. Let me check. Sorry, not that. Ah, you do have full health. You don't go to the Pokemon digital jail. Is that ever explained, Darren, that how Pokemon become sort of digital entities? I mean, those Pokemon now live inside a computer. I know there is that Pokemon that looks like a computer, Porygon, whatever it's called, the one that's made out of polygons. But, you know, if I'm out here catching what is quite literally a ghost. Ghastly! Ooh, mean look. I can no longer escape. Well, I don't plan on escaping. Spite. What a good name for an attack. Water gun always seems the best anyway. The balls squish them down. So where do they get teleported to? So is this guy, this PC owner, or am I just is he just there coding away or whatever he's doing, and suddenly any old Pokemon I catch is just appearing in his house? He's like, oh, what's his ex-person has caught this Pokemon? And do everyone's Pokemon go there? Is he like the harbinger, the owner, the doctor, of all of everyone's Pokemon ever? Or is that spoilers when I get to this guy? It's no Final Fantasy battle theme, is it? Are you going to fight me now? Do different bug type Pokemon appear at night? That's not an introduction to Let's Have a Battle now, is it? Bug Catcher Anthony, are you related to Bug Catcher Doug by any chance? Ashes go to Professor Oak. Maybe it's a whole industry. Yeah, maybe you need to... Maybe it's like a subscription. No. Unless you know someone, like Ash knows Professor Oak. It's all just a big... all this Pokemon catching, it's all just a big pyramid scheme. Because they've got to pay for all these big stadia and gyms and whatnot. Because I didn't pay that guy to go beat him at his gym. And in fact, he gave me loads of money. So... do I then have to subscribe to Pokemon storage, like the iCloud? And it's like, oh, sorry, your Pokemon storage is full. Please upgrade your subscription to be able to catch more Pokemon. I feel like I should be using the Pokemon I just caught. After all that effort. Although, does Kakuna do anything? Oh yeah, that answers my question. I like Icy Wind. Makes a nice background. There's a Pokemon storage subscription service in real life for transfer between games. You have to pay for that. I mean, I don't know why I should be surprised. This is modern day video gaming after all. I presume it goes up into the cloud and then... so it's like a... God. That's mad to me. You have to pay for such a thing. Thank you for your 240 Pokebucks. Where's the Pokeball in there? What a surprise, there's a battle just before it. Well, you're going to die now, I'm sorry. But that is it. That's exactly like this. You get to store 6 Pokemon for free, and then you got to pay. Luckily, I know the someone, or Ash knows Professor Oak. Gary, he knows Professor Oak as well. Well, let's look and see what Snore does, I suppose. I feel like it would be a better system if I could just level up my Pokemon so they could know more things. An attack that can only be used while asleep. It may cause flinching. But I guess that's very... why would I waste a slot on an attack that requires a debuff? No, I don't want this. Yes. Oh, I was getting that. I found TM100. Lovely. Oh. And I can't even get out this way. Well, feels dead too. I don't particularly want to go back. Right, let's use you. Because we spent all that effort catching you. Let's see what can you do. Shadow, Sneak, Trick or Treat, Razor Leaf, and Confused Ray. Well, you kept doing this to me, and it's in bold, so... How can a ghost be poisoned? That's something that I need to... There must be some fictional papers, perhaps on someone much smarter than I in the world of Pokemon must have figured out the sort of... The study... Must have done some sort of study on Pokemon as to how a ghost is a corporeal being. Now, if you're confused, I'm just going to swap you out. I know you are immune to confuse, so I'll keep you. The ghost also hatches from an egg. Is it like a ghost egg? Do you know, when you have these eggs, do you know what you're going to get out of them beforehand? Or like I'm off to Sainsbury's and I get a 6-pack of eggs. Crack one open. Oh God, Ghastly came out. And then crack open the next one. Pump Kaboo comes out, and then I suppose that's 2 ghosts. That's a terrible example. Then I crack another one open, and out comes Goldeen. All these eggs. Then do people in Poker Land eat eggs? Are they chickens? Are there normal animals that people eat? Because people must eat, or is everyone a vegan? Which I suppose is maybe good for the environment. I know Brock, again, based on my limited knowledge of that first season and a half, do I want to learn Leech Seed, which does. A seed is planted on the foe to steal some HP for them on every user's turn. Well, that seems quite good. I'll stick with what I've got, thanks. So they at least eat fish. Right. But do they eat Goldeens, Magikarps, and whatnot? Or are there fish that aren't Pokemon in this world? I'm sure these are questions that many a person has pondered. I can't be the first to have such questions. Are you going to run out and fight me when I go past this sign? Have I already fought you? Yes, I have actually. This is the way into these grim woods. I will say, this does remind me of Final Fantasy XII, which I am playing now. It doesn't have a... you can see where the enemies are, right? There's no surprise attack battle system, but it kind of has an MMO-like battle system. And so when you're trying to run around, there are these things called gambits, which sort of like are automated. No, I'm fine with what I have, thanks. Right. Now, where did I go? I fought you. I'm going to use another one of those repels to at least walk around a little. In one of the games, you make sandwiches which can have ham. No idea what the Pokemon animal-human distinction is genetically. So that suggests they're a pig, because so they aren't all vegan, and we got that from the fact that they eat fish as well. Oh, I guess these are Pokemon that I've seen and not just... So, to complete the Pokedex, do you have to catch them? Or do you have to... I guess you can just have that seen and owned list exactly the same. But I was supposed to be going here. Repel, yeah. You, it's another... Oh, God. Do you hear the cries of Phantom? Medium Carly. You've only got... Right, you actually have a Phantom. Well, luckily Zubat is quite strong against these guys. Unless maybe they... Because we know that there are a lot of scientists in the world of the Pokemon. So perhaps, because... You know, it's a thing happening in science now, is that people are growing artificial meats to replace meats. The cries are so eerie. What could they be trying to say? Well, maybe that's up to you. So perhaps they don't farm animals. All animals are Pokemon. But... Oh, I didn't realise poison was a status effect. Pokecorn. Well, exactly. Imagine a bit like that. Why is that shining? What does that mean? Do I go up or... Oh, I'm going to go up there. Oh, there's a Pokeball there. Or not. It's a super potion. I would have rather it had been a Pokeball, to be honest. Yes. Oh, no. No. You didn't tell me that. That I can jump down but not up. Oh, God. What a waste. Oh, man. Right. We went that way. We went this way. Yes, because I had to just use that repellent to get back to where I was. Out of the way. That's the shiny stick. The only thing that was up there was that thing. So we're going this way now. Let me guess, you want to fight as well. He went and evolved his Pokemon. Right, so that's going to tell me he must have an evolved Pokemon of some description. But I've beaten both of your identical twins, Sammy, so I would watch out. Oh, that's a cool looking guy. He looks like, Darren, you might know. What? The bee thing from Sonic. One of Sonic's mates. One of Sonic's mates is a bee that kind of looks like that. Right? I think. Well, it's not very good, is it? Charmy. Yes, that's right. Charmy bee. Kind of look somewhat similar to that. Well, now I need to know. Did you look it up or did you just know it? From Team Chaotix, right. The crocodile guy and the chameleon guy, the other two. I defeated Budcatcher Sammy. Well done. You only gave me 72 Pokebucks. Why can't I do that jump? I've been replaying the Sonic games lately. No. There we go. Let me guess now, this another crazy old woman. Pumpkaboo come in many shapes and sizes. Let me guess. That's exactly what you're going to use. Medium Paula. Ghastly. Which Sonic games have you been playing? I haven't played Sonic in ages. Let's see. Tell me where. What have you been replaying? And I'll tell you if any of them have been my favourite Sonic game. Did Generations Adventure 2 the best colours, forces and heroes plus the original trilogy last year? So I played of those. I have played Sonic Colours, Sonic Forces and Sonic Heroes. Admittedly, when it comes to my Sonic expertise, it is lacking. So don't judge me too much when I inevitably say that Sonic Heroes is my favourite Sonic game. It was the first Sonic game I owned, and I think that's why it remembers a bit. And it had that absolutely amazing theme tune. Now I'm not a musician like you, or so I can't sing. But it went Sonic Heroes. That was it, right? And I haven't played that in a very long time, and yet it's still up here, which suggests very good song, very memorable. We're up against a Shuppet now, which sometimes looks like a jelly. Oh, hello! It's got very big, a jellyfish with a horn on its head. Sonic Forces was the one where you could make your own little Sonic guy, right, on the PS4. I think that was the last one I played. You've only got one health, so I might as well just use you. If you like that, the Adventure 2 soundtrack will be right up my street. Well, maybe I shall add that to my commute soundtrack for next week. Well, that was very effective. Super effective, may I argue. Yes, I think that, even remember the plot involved, I mean, I'm not sure do people play Sonic games for the lore? Probably. But it involved, there was some, because Sonic, 3D Sonic and 2D Sonic, different people. Or is it like a multiverse thing? Because they brought in 2D Sonic to help out 3D Sonic. You might as well just stay and get knocked out. I do want to play... What was the one that came out recently? The open world one? I think that looks kind of funny. That might... Frontiers? Is that what it was called? But multiverse, I think, but very confusing. So that suggests that there's, what, a 2D... Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, whatever. Although Shadow's only ever been in the 3D games, I guess. But yeah. I think I'd like to play the open world one. I think an open world environment, really fun but very big, but big in like a empty kind of way. So at least from the trailer and the videos I watched and the reviews and stuff, it does certainly seem like it's a large open environment for Sonic to run around in, but there's not that much for him to do when running around. Which I think maybe might help. Sonic combat has never often been the best part of the franchise. I defeated medium bowler. Good. Okay, maybe I'll give that a go. Because I played the original generations on, what was it, PS3? But I didn't get the remake. Well, it's a remaster. I think it's more of a remaster, isn't it? Well, I think if you enjoyed it, I suppose it's not a bad thing, is it? As long as you... No, I didn't mean to do that. You're going to die anyway. But I need to finish Final Fantasy 12 first. That's the first thing to do on the... Because I'm midway through it, I think. But again, that's another one where I've never played 12 before. I've got the PS4, the Zodiac Age remaster. I've had it on the shelf for a very long time. So one of my goals for 2026 is to buy fewer things and play the things that I own. Which is, I think, maybe one of... been tempted to try Final Fantasy. Which one is best for a beginner? Well, that... I think it depends on what you like. If you like... You know, because it's the battle systems that make it. I was going this way, wasn't I? Right. So you've got 1 to 10, which have classic turn-based battle systems, each with their own variations. Final Fantasy X is my favourite of the entire franchise, so you could start there. It has a battle system where you take turns, as you might, but it's got, I guess, something similar to like this, like a speed thing where you can insert, and then where characters can move up and down the battle order, and then you can take members of your party out mid-battle, and so I need to go left for Cinder Volcano, but I don't know. Oh, it's literally right there. Oh, I see. People are using the magic birds to get about. They're not being kidnapped by birds. So yeah, there's Final Fantasy X, and then Final Fantasy X has a direct sequel, Final Fantasy X-2, which I don't like as much. It's odd. It's got some of the characters from Final Fantasy X in it. You can get them on PC, of course. There was a PS3 and PS4 remaster that included both 10 and 10-2. So getting 2 for the price of 1. And that was ages ago. A Mankey. That's a Pokemon I recognise. Let's try and catch it. So, I feel like I should be making a big chart here in that Mankey, not weak to dark. So, as I was saying, yeah, 10 and 10-2. Get those on PS4. Then there's Final Fantasy 12, which I'm playing now, which... So Final Fantasy 11 was an MMO. So I think they took some of the sensibilities there and sort of moved it into a single player. I forgot to catch it. That's what I was doing. And moved it into... So I can't go on the water yet. Hello. Do you want to fight? Here, take some potions. Oh, thanks. What a kind person. If you don't have your Pokemon to protect you, you could faint. And as we know, there are no medical professionals for humans here. So if I faint, that's it. That's the end of me. If you can beat me, you'll heal your Pokemon for free. Okay, fine. That's quite good because some of my Pokemon are fainted. Nurse Laura? I thought they were all called Nurse Joy. So anyway, Final Fantasy 12, that's also on PS4 in the Zodiac Age. That has a not turn-based system. It's more lots of like an MMO, lots of waiting for your attacks to reach their sort of activation point, and then they will automatically do it. Hopefully Gibble here can beat all of her Pokemon. That's often the case. I'm not sure how I feel about said battle system. It took some getting used to because you can move around, but that doesn't really make much of a difference. Like, there's no like active dodge button or whatever. You'll just get hit anyway. And then if you're far away, you can't do your own abilities. I do like the plot, though. Lots of political intrigue and neighbouring countries invading one another. So I'd recommend that, too. Then you've got Final Fantasy 13, which is maybe somewhat of a black sheep amongst the franchise. Lots of people don't like it. There's 3 of them. They came out on the PS3. I presume they're also on PC. There is no PS4 port of them, though I would very much enjoy them. I would say all 3 of the Final Fantasy 13 games have great battle systems. The second one, 13.2, involves time travel, so you might enjoy that for the plot, and you don't really need to have played 13.1. But of those 3, Final Fantasy 13 is my favourite. People complain that it was too linear, but Final Fantasy 10 is also pretty linear as well. But it does have these large open world environments. The plot, though, of Final Fantasy 13, the whole trilogy, mad. Lots of jargon that you may require some sort of small dictionary to understand. I've played it a couple of times. Feel like I get it. It's kind of like there are these gods called Foul Sea that a reckless full body charge attack that also hurts the user a little. Well, I don't want that. But it's got a cool battle system where each character can be different classes. I know that really. Oh, Gibble's evolving. I'm going to stop. Sorry, Darren. No Final Fantasy chat. Something is happening, and so I must pay attention. Your Gibble evolved into Gabite. Gabite is trying to learn Dual Chop. But Gibble can't learn more than 4 moves. Well, the problem is I don't know if any of the moves he's already got are good. First evolution. Woo. And what level did this occur at? Don't know. 20, I guess. I think it was 20. And then it just reached 21. So what have we got? Dual Chop. The user hits a foe with 2 brutal strikes in 1 turn. Okay. Oh, I think these are the ones I had before. I'm going to get rid of Bite. You forgot Bite, and you learned Dual Chop. And now, did you hear all of my Pokemon? Because that's kind of what I was hoping for. Yes, you did. Thank you, Nurse Laura. I think this stream will end around 9, so we've got about 10 more minutes. So that's enough time to explain all the other Final Fantasies. Oh, I don't have the bird that could smash rocks. Oh well. Hopefully there's nothing too important in these rocks. So yeah, 13. The battle system of the first of the 3 I think is great. It's like each character can be a bunch of different classes, and these classes have different moves. So it's all about... I realise this could sound like any turn-based RPG, but it really is all about party management. You have like a... I've explained it very poorly, but I promise you it's good. And then they take that into 13.2, but then they add... In fact, I think 13.2 might be the one for you if you can get it on Steam, because it's also got an animal catching component to it, much like this. So in 13 you've got a party of 3. In 13.2 you've got a party of 2 characters, but your third party member can then be a creature that you have caught in the environment. Ground types seem weak to water, but then I guess water types also seem weak to... Is it ground type, rock type? And then 13.3 you've got a party of 1, and it has a Majora's Mask kind of thing going on where you there's limited time in the day and you have to do things within the day, within the time limit. In fact, it's very much like Majora's Mask, because otherwise the world's coming to an end. And then once time's run out, you end up doing the final boss, whether you're strong enough or not. Good job. Then 14 is also an MMO. That's on most things. Most things you can play that on PS4, PS5, PC. It is a subscription-based MMO, but I think you can play most of it for free now. I think the longer time goes on, the more they give you for free as your free trial. So I've not played that. MMO is not my cup of tea. You give that. Then there's 15, which is the first one that really sort of gets rid of turn-based fighting in any pretense. Like, yeah, 12 had the sort of the waiting system thing, but ultimately it's all about time management, which is basically what ATB was, right? Active Time Battle, which was the battle system in 7, which I then took forward a whole bunch. It's an open world RPG. You get to drive around in a car that then becomes a plane. So if you're more into something real time, then 15 is probably the one for you. Or if you still want that party thing going on, or you've got 16, which is the most recent one, where there is no party at all, it's just you by yourself. It's basically an action game. So it's barely an RPG, to be honest. So yeah, lots to choose from. But 10 is my favourite. So go with 10, or I would perhaps recommend 13-2, because it's got Pokemon-like aspects to it, and time travel. Two things I know you enjoy. Let's see what this Gabite can do. Oh, so it was level 24 when it became Gabite. Right, we shall do, what time is it? It's 8:58. So a couple more minutes to go. So whilst the stream is wrapping up, I guess I will do my honor-bound duty as someone that makes the occasional thing on YouTube to pimp myself out. Cool, they have many different mechanics and themes. I think that's one of the things I like about Final Fantasy, is that, yes, there are millions of them by this point, but there are things that are similar in all of them. Like there's chocobos and moogles and stuff in all of them, and then, oh dear, too bad he's dead. But the plots and the overall, like, there's not, things have a direct sequel. Things that are, actually related have a direct sequel, like 10, 10-2, 13, 13-2, Lightning Returns, 13, Final Fantasy 13, which is the third one. But otherwise, 12 and 13 share no relation whatsoever. There are some similarities between 13 and 15, but that's because Final Fantasy 15 originally started development as another Final Fantasy 13 game. But that's beside the point. So yeah, let me know how you get on, especially if you like 10, because I like 10 a lot, and it's my favourite. But I won't be upset if you don't like it. And so, yeah, we're coming to an end. Thank you, people watching live, aka you, Darren. I appreciate your 2 hours of your Sunday, and anyone watching this later on, because I know that whilst the science videos are my bread and butter, so to speak, these Pokemon live streams often are more popular. Do I want this? Attack that gains an intensity if the target has hurt the user. You only get 10 goes at it. I'm okay, thanks. I quite like my Pokemon as they are. Thank you, for everyone for watching, whether you're watching in real life or go over to me. Do that. yeah, thank you for watching in real life, or if you've watched it much later. You can subscribe, ring the bell, do what people YouTubers say you should do, because that's good for the analytics. My goal at the end of last year was to reach 100 subscribers. I got to 83, so I didn't quite reach the goal, but this year I'm determined to be more timely, consistent is the word I want with things that end up going on here. Try and do these weekend live streams every Sunday around 7ish unless life gets in the way, because I want to see what happens in Pokemon Unbound. So you can come back next Sunday at 7 for more of that. And then the actual science videos, one is being worked on right now. It's about Fallout, because the second season of the Fallout TV show is wrapping up, so you can look forward to that. It's about nuclear fallout and the effect that has on the environment. So we'll see how that goes. You can also follow the channel. I have a second Instagram account, at Science After Hours, and you can go to that. I've revamped it a little bit in that I used to post anything that wasn't directly my personal life on there, but now I've narrowed it down to just this YouTube channel and the occasional science reel, because I quite like watching science reels and think I could make a few. But yeah, thank you for anyone watching. I appreciate your time. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I guess see you next Sunday for more Pokemon Unbound. Bye. People wave, don't they, when they do the clicking in live streams? Bye.